What's up, everybody? I am Elizabeth with the Grid Network, Hi, Aaron, bringing you the hottest headlines this hour, starting with a man who admitted to mugging a 93-year-old man for 5 pounds. That's it. He knocked over this frail little old man for 5 pounds. Are you kidding me? So he's 29 years old. Solomon Bygraves followed 93-year-old Stanley Evans onto his block, then knocked him over and lunged for his wallet. Thankfully, the man was okay. He only had like a shoulder injury, but he didn't have anything like too bad wrong with him. And he actually did say that he wasn't scared at all. He was like, dude, if I was in better shape, I would have got up and chased him down. So I was like, you are a boss. You go do that. But what is wrong with society? I literally broke up a fight earlier today where there were 30 people standing there with phones filming it. Nobody did anything. What is wrong with society? All right, I'm going to stop freaking out. We're going on to entertainment, but it's another topic that's going to make me freak out again. So we're just going to go there. Karrueche Tran dumps Chris Brown on Twitter. My question is, what the flip was she doing dating him anyway? What do these girls not get? They're like these beautiful, strong women dating freaking Chris Brown. What is wrong with that? But apparently he allegedly has a 9-month-old child with another woman. So she posted on Twitter, listen, one can only take so much. The best of luck to Chris and his family. And then she mentioned the baby drama comment. So she was being very nice about it, and I don't blame her. I think she's just made the mistake of dating him in the first place. Hot in tech right now is HBO's new subscription service, HBO Now. It's expected to cost about $15, and they're looking to launch now in about early April, right before the Game of Thrones release date, so we'll see what they're going to end up doing with that. I'm still behind on Game of Thrones from last season. I am a huge fan. I am not a faker, but I just don't have HBO, and I really want to watch it. But anyway, Apple could be one of the partners that HBO could launch its new service with. Apple's been pretty aggressive to secure a place as one of HBO's launch partners, but it's still not exactly known what HBO's subscription service will actually offer, though hopefully it has similar access that HBO Go receives. But we will update you as they release more information. But now we're jumping into gaming land. I tried to almost pull an Aaron, but I wasn't feeling it.
Help!
In gaming today, the Servo announcement trailer was released, and it's a little bit long, so you know what? Go put on your little fuzzy slippers, whatever you got, grab some popcorn, and just enjoy the trailer. I'm Elizabeth with the Grid Network, and I will see you later.
So Servo is a new breed of RTS. It has economics and build-up and all the things that you would expect in an RTS, but it's really kind of spawned differently. One of the biggest things about Servo is that we have this RPG-like progression. You know, as you play individual games of Servo, you'll collect gear for the servos, and between games you can change out what your team has equipped and things like that. This idea of taking an RTS game and figuring out how this finely crafted, finely tuned thing that has to be balanced or the hardcore guys won't enjoy it, how we marry that with this really deep progression and something that people are just, oh, I gotta play one more game, I gotta get one more part. It's something we've been after for a long time, and Servo I think is actually a pretty good mix. Prior to Bonus XP, we had a lot of experience with our group making old school strategy games, the Age of Empires series, Age of Mythology. So one of the things that we wanted to do with Bonus XP when we started it was really build a team-focused culture. We have a small group of people, we're committed to doing original games that haven't been done before with a lot of team input. We do daily play tests and take feedback from the team. Everybody's involved in shaping the games and making it something that they love.
Servo is set in the far future when mankind has made a mess of Earth and fled to the stars. Eventually they find their way back to Earth and try to solve the problem that they created there. The way you progress in Servo is by winning battles in any of our various modes. You earn new parts to invest in your servos, to add on to them new weapons and new body parts and new abilities to make them better fit your strategy.
Like any strategy game, Servo has a lot of points of contention and things that you fight over. Fighting's good. For most of the games in Servo, it's going to be the bloom. You know, when you play a strategy game, you're fighting over bloom. you're mining it and you're using those resources to spend to get servos and upgrade your units and things like that.
There are several different modes in Servo. My personal favorite is the co-op mode. I love being able to grab a friend and go rampaging across the planet, causing explosions, killing everything in sight. There's also the single-player campaign mode. We have 25 missions that take you back to old Earth, where you solve the mysteries left behind there. There's also a PvP mode, where you can play against other players, take on their base, earn some really cool parts.
Servo is intended to be a little bit of a shorter experience. Most of the games that we play, whether they're co-op or competitive, they tend to be 10 or 15 minutes long. And that feels actually pretty great. You play a 10 or 15 minute game, you get a new part, you decide if you want to keep it. If you want to keep it, you go put it on one of your servos, and you have at it again.
My favorite feature in Servo is the customization. I love the reward of winning a match, getting some really cool new parts, going back and seeing how I can fit them onto all of my servos. The hardest part is deciding whether I want the awesome frag grenade launcher or if I want the rocket launcher. I guess I really should decide which one fits my strategy best, but usually I pick whichever one makes the prettiest explosion.
Servo is everything that we've loved about RTS games, plus everything that we loved about a progression-based game like an RPG married together. It's a simple, fun RTS to play, and then you have these units that you've made, these servos that you've built out over time, that you bring and you can put your imprint onto the RTS game and really make it yours. And I think that ability to be expressive and to be you, that's what Servo's about.